If you run a locksmith business and you're looking to get more phone calls from real customers using Google Ads, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'll talk about how to set up high converting Google Ads campaigns tailored specifically for locksmith services, so you can start getting consistent and high quality phone calls from people who actually need locksmith services. So let's get started. So guys, if you're a locksmith company, in this video I'm going to share with you some of the ways of creating the campaigns that can attract high quality phone calls to your business. Personally, I've created lots of campaigns in the locksmith industry, and I have helped bring hundreds of phone calls per month in the locksmith industry. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the ways how you can attract high quality phone calls through your campaigns. And we're going to create a campaign step by step in this video. And this is one of our example accounts. And this business is similar to locksmith businesses, and their main goal is to generate as many phone calls as possible through Google Ads. So as you can see, this is the last 180 days data, which means the last 6 months. And these are the results. For example, we've got this many phone calls, this many conversions, and these phone calls can include mostly phone calls from the ads, as well as some of the phone calls can be phone calls happening from the website. And these conversions can include these phone calls, as well as the phone calls can be phone call button clicks. So if they're using mobile version of the website, they can just click on the call button and they can be considered as conversions. So very small portion of these conversions can be form submissions, which is not our main goal here. Our main goal is to generate as many phone calls as possible through our campaigns using Google Ads. So let's create our campaign. And we're in our Google Ads account. And if you are creating your campaigns from scratch, or if you are creating your new campaigns, you just need to click on this plus button and create your new campaign and click on new campaign. And we have many options. So what is your main objective? Our main objective is going to be either leads or create a campaign without a guidance. So click on that and scroll down. And as you can see, we have these many campaign types. And to attract the highest quality phone calls, we can choose search. A quick reminder, do you want me to review your Google Ads account for free? Then you can click the link in the description below and request your custom audit. This isn't a generic audit you can get elsewhere. I'll create it in a video format, about 3 to 5 minutes long, where I quickly go over your Google Ads campaigns. This way, it won't take much of my time, and at the same time, it can be valuable to you. I'll focus on highlighting the most important points or changes you need to make in your Google Ads account. You can either work with me if you want, or you can apply the changes on your own without any obligation. So if you're interested, you can apply for a free audit. And we're going to scroll down, and it asks use these conversion goals for campaign performance optimization. And here you may see some goal types, and you can choose any goal here. For now, it doesn't matter because you can create the conversion actions later. But for now, the main goal is to create our campaigns. So you can add any goal type now from here. So we're going to choose this one, and it doesn't matter. We're going to scroll down and click on continue. We're going to scroll down and choose the results you want to get from this campaign. And we're going to choose these two options. And we're going to scroll down and click on continue. And what is going to be the campaign name? So the campaign name is Search Locksmith Generic. It can be any descriptive name you want. And that means it is a search campaign in the locksmith industry. And the keywords are generic type of keywords. So there can be different type of keywords. For example, you can target locksmith near me. And there can be other types of keywords. For example, car lockout service, which is very specific, right? But in this campaign or in this ad group, we're going to be targeting locksmith near me types of keywords. But depending on your situation, you can name the campaign differently and you can target different kinds of keywords. It doesn't matter. So you can put any descriptive name you want, and after that, click on continue. And after that, we're going to be choosing clicks because we cannot choose conversions. We don't have enough data yet, and we need to generate some conversions. Then you can switch to conversions type of bid strategies. But for now, we can choose maximize clicks and set a maximum cost per click bid limit, because otherwise Google Ads may bid very high cost per click. So your ad can get bids for, let's say, $15 or $25. But in reality, you could have got that click for, let's say, $7 or $8. That's why we're going to put a maximum cost per click bid limit. And how we're going to decide how much is going to be our maximum cost per click bid limit. For that, we need to go to Google Ads Keyword Planner and see in our location how much is the maximum cost per click limit on average. So we're going to open a new tab and go to Google Ads Dashboard again and open Google Ads Keyword Planner. So we've opened a Google Ads account again, and we went to the tools and the planning. We're going to go to Keyword Planner and we're going to click on Discover New Keywords. And here we're going to put our target keyword. So here, let's say we're gonna put the keyword as locksmith, and you can have more ideas after typing this keyword. So for now, that's why we're gonna keep it as is, and let's see what Google Ads suggests us. And if you're gonna scroll down, we have 814 keyword ideas available, and you can have average monthly searches, you can have top of page with high range and top of page with low ranges, and your columns might be different depending on the settings. For example, you can go there and change the column types if you want. So you can add certain sections to your columns, or you can remove them. So we're gonna cancel out of that. And as you can see, these are the search volumes and these are the prices. But keep in mind that these prices are for United States. And if you're a locksmith business, you should be serving for specific locations. And let's imagine our target location here is United States. But in your case, that might be a different location. So you can put your exact specific location here. And I've chosen New York City. Click on save, and these numbers can be different because this time we're targeting more specific location. And as you can see, the monthly searches are different, and top of page with high range and low ranges are different. And from here we can get our average cost per click limit, and as you can see, the limits can be up to $5 to $6. And if you bid above those limits, we can be eligible for most of the keywords. Let's say if you're gonna bid $5, we're gonna be eligible for most of the keywords. We may not be eligible for this keyword, for example, cheap locksmith near me. Anyways, this is not a good keyword. If they're looking for cheap, they may click on several ads and only contact to one business, for example. Or they may even call to several businesses and might use only one of those services. So that's why, let's say our maximum cost per click limit from here, top of page with low range, is telling us that $5 is gonna be enough for most of these keywords, and we're gonna be eligible to participate in the auctions. So we're gonna use that number here, and we're gonna put $5 limit here, and we're gonna scroll down and click on next. And we're gonna uncheck Google Search Partners Network, and after that, enter another location and choose a specific location from here, and our target location again, New York. And in your case, you can enter your specific target location and click on save, and we're gonna scroll down and location options. By default, you're gonna have these location options, presence or interest, which means people regularly in or who have shown interest in your included locations, which means even if they have shown interest and they're not in your target location, they might see your ad, which means they may not be in your target location. So that's why we're gonna choose the second option, people in or regularly in your included locations. This is our target location, and you should choose this option. And after that, language options, you can choose any language you want. In our case, we're going to be choosing English. Audience segments, we're not going to be using that. More settings, click on that. And ad rotation, optimize, prefer best performing ads, we're going to keep that as is. Start and end dates, we're going to keep that as is. And ad schedule, we're going to be using that. So we're going to show our ads at certain days of the week and certain hours of the days. So let's say our ads are going to be shown Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you can choose any days or any hours of the day from here. For example, you can choose, let's say, Tuesday, and on Tuesday you may have different ad schedule, or on Friday you may have different ad schedule, or you can choose all days, for example. And depending on your situation, you can choose different days or different hours from here. And for us, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is fine. And we're gonna click on more settings again. We have seen ad rotation, we have seen start and end dates. Campaign URL options, we're not going to be using that. Page feeds, we're not going to be using that. After that, click on next. And here it is suggesting us to use AI Max. I would not be using that. It is offering us to use AI, and I would not trust AI here, and it can attract low quality clicks. That's why I'm not going to be using that. And click on next. And here again, for keyword and asset generation, it is suggesting us to use AI. And I'm not going to be using that as well, and I'm going to skip that. So we're going to scroll down and we can add our keywords from Google Ads Keyword Planner. So now we're going to do our keyword research and add our target keywords here. So we're going to go to Keyword Planner, and I will find our target keywords, and those target keywords should be very high quality and we can use them in our campaigns. So let me find those keywords. So guys, I've chosen 9 keywords from here, and they're very relevant to the word locksmith. Of course, there are really good keywords here. For example, car locksmith near me. But for car locksmith near me, I would suggest you to create another ad group, which is very relevant to car locksmith only. So here we're gonna be only targeting locksmith related services. So they're only gonna be using like locksmith near me, locksmith in my area, local locksmith, something like that. So this kind of ad group is gonna be separate. And for example, if you are also offering auto locksmith related services, you can create another ad group for that. So it can be auto locksmith near me, car locksmith nearby. Where can I find car locksmith? Those kind of keywords. They can be separate ad groups. So to make the ad groups very relevant and super targeted, I'm selecting these keywords and trying to make those keywords in a very tight theme. That's why I've chosen only locksmith related keywords. So as you can see, these keywords are locksmith near me, local locksmith near me, key maker near me. I've chosen this keyword anyways because it is also generic. Are they looking for auto locksmith or they are looking for house locksmith? It is not clear. That's why I've included that. Locksmith near me open now, locksmith in my area, locksmith near my location, locksmith near me for house, a locksmith near me, locksmith services near me. As you can see, these are mostly using locksmith related services. So we're going to be copying those keywords, and if we're going to add them as they are by default, they're going to be added as broad match, as you can see from here. If you add them without quotes or without brackets, they're going to be added as broad match. If you add them with quotes, they're going to be added as phrase match. And if you're going to add them with brackets, they're going to be added as exact match. Exact match can be very targeted and they can be higher quality, but they can be a little bit expensive. And also exact match can have low search volume. That's why you should add phrase matches if possible. Phrase matches can be a little less targeted and can attract sometimes low quality traffic, but it can be cheaper and you can also attract at the same time high quality traffic. That's why you can also add phrase matches, but broad match, I would not suggest broad match. Broad match can attract lots of irrelevant traffic and you can attract lots of brand terms. So that's why I would not suggest broad match. You can add phrase match and exact match combination. So let's add those in a phrase match and exact match combination. So I'm going to be using a free tool for that. So you can search on Google such as match type tool, Google match type tool, and you can find any tool you want. But here I'm going to be using this tool and I'm going to paste these keywords here and turn them into phrase match and exact match at the same time and make the keyword list. As you can see, these are the keywords and copy the results. And we're going to go here again and paste those keywords. And these are the keywords. And as you can see, there are phrase match and exact match. Again, phrase match and exact match. We can have both combinations at the same time. And once we've added that, we need to work on our ads. So ads can have final URLs, headlines, descriptions. So let me quickly add those headlines and descriptions. And I'm going to show you which kind of headlines and descriptions I've added. So guys, I've added the headlines and descriptions, and these are the headlines and these are the descriptions. We have 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. And with your headlines, these headlines can be target keywords. So for example, as you can see, 24/7 locksmith near you, need a locksmith, call us, fast locksmith services, and you can have call to actions. Call us now, call us, we're open. And you can have this kind of call to actions, and you can have other types of headlines. For example, you can have unique selling points, 5-star reviews, 10 years of experience, within 30-minute arrival. You can add those kind of keywords and you can create your headlines. And also we can create your descriptions. For example, as you can see, need a locksmith, fast 24/7 locksmith service, call now, we're minutes away. Need a locksmith, will replace, rekey, and unlock home, car, or office. As you can see, these are the descriptions that I've added, and that's how your ad is gonna look like. As you can see, this is the ad, and you can make this ad look a bit bigger. You can add other ad extensions and the ad can look bigger. For now, this is how the ad can look like. So you can see the different variations, and we're gonna add our ad extensions. So first we can add our images. Click on add images. So from here, you can add images. You can add suggest images, asset library, generated. You can add from your computer. And I would suggest you to add the images of your own. And the images should be authentic because stock photos are not a high quality. And if you even take your images from your own phone, and if you think the quality may not be professional, still your own images can look authentic and it can even attract more people. So that's why I would suggest you to add your own image. And here I'm going to upload the images from the computer and I'm going to quickly add the images. And after that, once you've added the images, click on save. And as you can see, the images have been added, and we're going to scroll down and we're going to add our site links. Site links mean extra links to other sections of your website or the landing page, and they can appear below your ad, and they can also help your ad look bigger. So we're going to click on site links, and we're not going to be adding suggested site links. We're going to add our own site links. So we're going to click on create, and we're going to quickly add our own site links. And I've added 4 site links, and you can add more site links. So you can add 6 site links, 8 site links. The more site links you add, Google Ads can show different site links at different times, but sometimes it can show more than 4 site links. So when creating site links, you don't have to add descriptions. Although it is recommended, you don't have to add descriptions. And once you've added your site links, that's how they are going to look like. And as you can see, the ad is a little bit bigger now, and they can click on these site links and they can go to that specific section of your website. Once you have added the site links, click on create. And these are added site links, and click on save. So we're going to scroll down and add our callouts and click on plus callouts. If you have callouts listed already, you can choose them from here. Otherwise, click on new callout and add your own callouts. So we're going to be adding the callouts. So callouts can be unique selling points or extra information about your business that can attract users and that can help to increase your click-through rate. As you can see, we've added these 4 callouts, and the more callouts you add, the better it is. And Google Ads can use most of your callouts, or otherwise it can rotate and use different callouts at different times. And as you can see, the ad looks a little bit bigger now. And once you've added the callouts, click on save. And these are the callouts, click on apply. So after that, we're going to click on more asset types and scroll down. You can add promotions, prices, and calls. Calls is important. That's why we're going to be adding calls. Click on plus calls. And you should be adding your phone number below your ad, which is going to be one of the crucial steps to increase the number of phone calls you can get from Google Ads. So we're going to click on new call and add the phone number from your website. And this is our landing page. And as you can see, it has relevant headline and relevant descriptions. And this is the phone number. So we're going to copy the phone number from here and paste it here. And the phone number can be in this format, or if you want, it can be in this format. It doesn't matter. And once you've added the phone number, that's how the phone number can look like below your ad. This is one of the best ways to receive phone calls directly from ads. So once we've added that, click on save. And the call extension has been added, and click on apply. Scroll down and add structured snippets. Click on plus structured snippets and create your own structured snippets. And here you can add different types of structured snippets. The structured snippets can be the categories of the services your business offers or the types of services your business offers. So you can add different types of structured snippets if you want. So I've added structured snippets and the values are 4. So I've chosen types, and these are the types of services we offer. And these 2 structured snippets are the same. So I'm going to say lock installation, lockout assistance, rekeying services, key duplication. And you can add different services or categories of the services if you want. For example, you can say car locksmith, locksmith for businesses, locksmith for homes or residential, commercial. You can add different types of locksmith services. And once you've added them, click on create. And this is an added type. And after that, click on save. So scroll down and you can add lead forms or apps. I'm not going to be adding them, and they're not important for us. And after that, scroll down and click on next. After that, click on set a custom budget. And as you can see, this has a little warning, and we're going to go there. And as you can see, if you go there, it says request an exception, and we're going to click on that. And we're going to scroll down and click on next. And we're going to set a custom budget now. So our cost per click was around $5. And let's say you want to receive 10 to 15 clicks per day. And to receive 10 clicks, you should be spending $50 per day. And to receive 15 clicks, you should be spending $75 per day. Let's say on average, it's going to be around $60 per day. And we're going to be spending that much. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on next. And after that, you're going to scroll down and click on publish the campaign. And when publishing the campaign, Google Ads may ask you to set up your Google tag or set up your conversion actions. And you can skip that step and you can say you can do that later and publish your campaign. And once you have done that, you can see your campaign. This is the campaign that we've created. So our campaign has been created and it can start driving relevant impressions and clicks. And you can also start getting phone calls from this campaign. But to know which keywords are specifically driving those phone calls, you should install your conversion tracking. That means you should know whether your Google Ads is working or not, which campaign or which ad group or even which keyword is bringing those phone calls. So for now, we have only one ad group, as you can see from here, and we can change it, the ad group name to, so it was using the generic Locksmith terms, and you can create another ad group if you want. So for example, that ad group might be Auto Locksmith, or another ad group would be Lockout Services, for example. Or you can create another ad group, for example, for key duplication. You can create different ad groups and make them very relevant to those specific keywords. The headlines and descriptions can be tailored to those specific keywords, and the relevancy can be very high. And you can even use different landing pages for those specific ad groups. And with that way, you can increase the relevancy. But overall, that's how you're going to create high quality campaigns, and you should monitor the results. So once you have started generating some data, you can even change your bid strategy. For example, you can change your bid strategy to, for example, we're using maximize clicks now, and we can change the bid strategy to manual CPC if you want. You can change the bid strategy to manual CPC, and with manual CPC, you can bid different bid limits for different keywords, which means certain keywords are performing good. You can bid more with those keywords, and certain keywords are performing poor, for example. You can reduce those bids so that they won't be spending more in the future. So you can change your bid strategy. You can add negative keywords, for example. Once you've received some data, you can see whether certain keywords are bringing lots of brand terms. People are looking for other competitors, and they're seeing your ad, and they're even clicking your ad and wasting your ad budget. You can add those kind of keywords as negative, and you can block those search terms from happening in the future. Overall, that's how you can clean your search terms report and increase the quality of your traffic. And most importantly, as I told you, you should install your conversion tracking to know whether your Google Ads campaigns are generating phone calls, and which ad groups are bringing phone calls, and which keywords are bringing phone calls. To measure that, you need to install conversion tracking. And once you set up everything right, you can consistently generate high quality phone calls from Google Ads. And as I told, I've created lots and lots of campaigns in the locksmith industry and generated hundreds of phone calls per month. And I can help you create those campaigns for you as well. So if you're interested, you can apply to work with me by clicking the link in the description below, and we will see whether we can work together. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and see you guys in my other videos.